Talofa!
Malolava.
This video we're going to be covering how to retire in American Samoa, your island getaway. It's going to be awesome.
Dad, before we start, can I get a coconut? Yeah, sure. Couple cool things.
You can get a fresh coconut cut out of the tree to drink. You drink it all. And after you're done, crack it open. Oh yeah. Oh boy. And these ones, a little difference between a new coconut and an old coconut. The new coconut is like jelly. You're not going to see these in the United States. You can take a spoon or your thumb. Oh, they're so good. So fresh. So easy to eat. You'll never have a coconut like this unless you come to the island. Now,
But my favorite coconut is the older coconut, the one that's already fallen.
so you'll husk it. Pull this guy off. Give it a good whack. One more. Whoops.
Whoa.
You can drink the water unless you spill it all over.
Just the white. Hard. Thank you.
As you might know, we're sitting on a coconut shredder. So you take this until you get the shredded coconut. This one's full of milk because it's old. That's how you get the coconut cream, coconut milk. All right, let's get started. Just wanted to show you guys how cool Samoa is. So American Samoa, a couple things. First, it's a U.S. territory. What kind of money do they use there, Sophia?
U.S.
U.S. dollars. Awesome. How do we get there? We fly from the U.S. United States citizen. So the airlines that go, thanks buddy, are Hawaiian Airlines. If you go at a non-peak flying season, it's about $550. It's about as cheap as you're going to find it on up. That's for one-way tickets. Now, things to keep in mind once you get there. Before you get there, they will not let you on that flight unless you have a ticket going somewhere else or returning home. Now, if you're planning on retiring in American Samoa and you're not Samoan, don't worry, it's a U.S. territory. You're not going to get kicked out or go to jail, I promise. So, you buy a ticket somewhere else to like Western Samoa. Those tickets are about $140, and either you eat it or you buy a ticket back home that's refundable and you get your money back. Once you're in the country, you're good to go. U.S. territory. Don't be scared. Don't let that scare you away from coming to American Samoa. It's worth it. All right. Let's talk about housing. So we tried to find housing all over the internet without any luck. The best way to get your housing secured in American Samoa is to stay in an Airbnb or a hotel or a resort for probably about 2 weeks. After you get to American Samoa, go to church, go to the market, talk to people. That's the only way you're gonna find long-term rental housing. You've got to get yourself out there. You're not gonna find it before you get there. It's just not gonna happen. So the housing that we were able to find was anywhere from about 600 US to about 3,000 US, depending on where it's at, what kind of house, those kind of things. Let's talk about, you can't buy property in American Samoa unless you're one half Samoan. So take that off the list unless you're Samoan, but otherwise can't buy property there. Let's talk about safety. Is it safe in American Samoa, Sophia?
Yes and no. There are a lot of stray dogs like there are in Samoa, and they will not hesitate to bite you.
Okay, so good point. American Samoa does have a lot of dogs. If you're going to be walking a lot, you're going to need to carry a golf club, some rocks, something to deter the dogs. But As far as safety goes from the people in American Samoa, very safe. They have a police force similar to what you'd find in the United States. They do a great job at enforcing laws, and people are really generous, really kind, really loving in American Samoa. So safety from other people, very good. Recreation. Let's talk about recreation. What do you like to do in American Samoa, Sophia?
The swimming's pretty good. And
Yeah.
don't know.
So if you want to snorkel and see amazing coral and fish, American Samoa has some great snorkeling. There's also some good snorkel drift dives that you can do. You can just get dropped off by a bus or your car and drift down to the next location. It's pretty awesome. As far as beaches go, there are some good beaches, but they're kind of hidden beaches. You'll have to talk to the locals or even get on YouTube, the Ansam fam. Shout out to them. Before we went to American Samoa, they actually had a lot of good information about things to do in American Samoa. They work there, they're a family living there. It's pretty awesome. Okay, let's talk about transportation.
So there's 3 things you can do. You can rent a car for like $75. You can take a taxi if it's close by. It's like $5 or $20 if it's far. But be aware, if you're not from there, if you're a Palangi, then they could take advantage of you. Samoans like to do that kind of. And the third way is to take a bus, which is like $1 for adults.
Yeah, so if you're traveling close on a taxi, like Sophia said, it's about $5. If they try to charge you more, they're trying to take advantage of you. Longer distance, about 20. Overall, people are pretty honest in American Samoa. If you're gonna purchase a car, you're thinking long term, the best place is probably Facebook Marketplace. There's some Facebook groups on there as well. You're looking at $5,000 on up. If you're gonna buy a newer car from a dealership over there, it's about $10,000 to $20,000 more expensive than in the US, just because of shipping and whatnot. All right, let's talk about food. If you're in American Samoa and you think you're gonna save money on food, you're probably not gonna save a lot of money. It's not that cheap to eat there. Restaurants are about US prices. There are fast food there as well. If you're gonna cook your food, if you buy local food like bananas, taro, breadfruit, coconut, you can save some money. But if you're gonna buy food that you eat in the United States, you're gonna pay more money because everything's imported. As far as that goes, seafood obviously is very fresh, very good. As far as restaurants, people like to eat a lot of fish and chips, chicken and chips, a lot of fried food as well. One last thing I want to talk about, healthcare. So if you're looking at healthcare, as we all do, especially coming from the United States, it costs about $20. It does cost $20 to go to the hospital. That's it for just about anything you have encountered. They don't care about your insurance. They just want $20. Having said that, the healthcare is not perfect. So most people, if you're gonna have a surgery, you go to Hawaii to get that taken care of. So those are our tips. Hopefully we broke down some costs for you. It's about, I would say overall, depending on where you live in the US, but it's very similar price to live in American Samoa as it is the United States. However, you get perfect weather, you get to wear shorts and t-shirt every day, and you're living on an island. So I hope this has helped. This is good information that we were searching for before we made the move. And God bless. We're signing off.